You guys know I love this game. You guys know I love this game. The Build a Mini Golf update finally came out. Everybody was waiting for this, and oh my goodness, there's so much to talk about. Before we start, be sure to like and subscribe if you guys want more Build a Mini Golf content. If you head on over to the middle, you'll see this guy. It's the same event as before, except it's a little different when it comes to appearance. But it's the same exact quests. The only thing that's different are the rewards, and let me tell you, there, there is a lot I have to say about it, okay? And since this is basically the same exact event, the quests are the same. Buy blocks, place blocks, play your course, play other people's courses, and they will all give you their own rewards, which are the tokens that you use to purchase the crates. Now, let me get to the crates. For 100 tokens, you can purchase the ice crate, you can have the ice block, which is just a 4x4 stud right now. There is no slippery texture for the parts, which kind of doesn't make sense considering it's an ice block. But, well, the longer we go, the more iffy it gets, okay? Ice plank, again, it's an ice plank, yet it's not slippery. But it's okay. Hey, new parts, I'm not complaining. Well, I am, but... listen, you need to understand. It's an ice plank. It's an ice block. Why isn't it slippery? Same thing applies with the ice trap. It's a 4x4 with a hole in the middle, which is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm definitely going to be using this for my builds. Now, these next two parts are in the special crate, so actually, let's open that one up right now. For 40%, you get the Spleef block. Now, this part is definitely by far my favorite part from this whole event. This part basically explains itself. You touch the parts, they disappear after, like, I don't know, give or take like 5 seconds. So it's a time-based thing. The ice bridge. Now, this one, I guess I understand why it's not slippery, because it would be kind of annoying trying to go up a slope and then roll back down simply because you just didn't make it in time since it's slippery. But there is no slope, bro. I'm, you guys know I love this game. You guys know I love this game. But this thing doesn't move. It's not an ice bridge. It's an ice platform. It just stays still. And yes, I wouldn't complain if there was no signification, no sign that it moves, but there's an arrow that points upwards, which there's no other meaning. It's supposed to move, okay? Unless that's just, oh, you're supposed to go this way. But you already know that. It's common sense. I mean, yeah, the part, once again, it looks sick, but they really need to fix these parts. I'd love to be a tester for this game. I want to help as much as I can, but there's really not much I can do from where I stand, okay? I'm just reviewing all these parts for you guys, so you guys know what's worth it, what's not worth it. But right now, unless you kind of want the parts but for their looks, you know, they really don't work like they're supposed to. But nonetheless, I love this game still, so I'm praying and hoping that they work on these parts, you know, refine them, and that they actually work like they're supposed to. Next, for 15%, you get the Ice Hammer, which is basically just a retextured hammer. If you guys don't know how that works, it basically swings back and forth. If it hits you, you go flying, okay? Now, this part I'm really confused by. It says Ice Bubbler, but if we go to our course and we place it down, it doesn't really do anything. Now, there's an arrow again, which I think implies that it's supposed to send you flying, like maybe like the cannon, or maybe this blue spring. The gravity launcher, but it doesn't. And I guess that's why I'm confused. If we place this land right over here, look, we stand over here and it does nothing. But obviously the cannon will launch you, and same thing with the gravity launcher. Those two work like they're supposed to. But this thing, I mean, once again, it's basically just a retextured small land. I mean, yeah, it looks cool, and obviously this could be used for, like, I don't know, some nature builds, or maybe this could be also used for some like glitch course builds, but it really doesn't make sense. I don't understand why these parts aren't working like they're supposed to. Last but not least, the part I want the most is a part I can't get. These bowling pins. I've spent around 600 Robux on the event shop trying to get them, but I guess I haven't been lucky. And as you can see, I love to grind this game, but I don't know. I think it's just too difficult to get this part. And yes, it's more common than the cannon, but due to some admin abuse, I kind of got a few cannons, okay? More than a few. Can I get some bowling pins, please? I want to make content about the bowling pins too. But let's go over all the parts individually. Well, at least all the parts that I have, okay? So, to start off with, we have the spleef parts. And once again, my favorite part. If you stay in one spot for too long, you will fall, and then you get sent back to wherever you shot from. The main idea about that is that once again, want to beat it as fast as you can before the platform underneath you disappears. Now, these next two parts, as I said, it's the ice trap and the ice plank. These two don't really make sense to me, because they're not slippery. They're just parts. Like, this could have just been named a trap, and this could have just been named a plank. The ice is supposed to imply that it's slippery. Am I wrong? Or does that make sense? Now, these are the hammers. There's the regular one, and then there is the icy one. Let's check them out. Okay, the ice one, hits you. Let's check out the regular hammer. Both do exactly the same thing. So I guess you could say it's the same part, just retextured. It looks pixelated, which I like. I like the look of it a lot. But at the end of the day, it's just another hammer. Now, I'm glad that they made this part the most common one. I'm not sure if I like it the most because it's the only one that really works, or if just the idea of it is cool. I like the fact that you might have to add a little bit of intensity in your courses, make your players actually rush through the course faster, or else they'll just plop down and have to restart. Now, it sucks that I couldn't get the bowling pins for you guys. I really wanted to show you what they look like, what they do. Maybe they would have been the best part or my favorite part. But after opening up 50 crates, unfortunately, my luck isn't the best, so I did not get the crates. Now, in my opinion, this update feels very unfinished. Unfortunately, the parts aren't supposed to do what they're meant to. For example, the bridge not folding up and down, or the ice bubbler not bubbling. This whole theme is supposed to be ice themed, and ice is supposed to be slippery, right? And just the fact that we don't really get that, it just makes them feel more like retextured parts rather than new parts. But nonetheless, I have a feeling the devs will probably fix this soon. I hope. Um, and I'm definitely going to be using all these parts to, I don't know, add texture to my build, add design, water, stuff like that. Now, although the update is unfinished, I'm sure the devs are working on it as we speak. I hope. The parts that don't work, hopefully they'll get fixed soon. I'm definitely still going to be using all the ice parts, maybe to add like water to my course or something like that. Just make it, have contrast, because at the end of the day, I really like these parts. I think they're pretty good. They're definitely very good ideas, but they didn't really execute those ideas, I think, the best that they could. We really didn't get any hints as to this update. It kind of just dropped out of nowhere. But I mean, I'm not complaining. What do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys want more Build a Mini Golf content.